Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm bringing you guys a classroom tour. This has been requested so many times, and even though it's not the beginning of the year, it's mid-year, I'm still going to show you my classroom and just kind of how I have it set up, how we run things in here. So for those who are new, I teach kindergarten through 6th grade elementary art, and I have about, I would say, like 550 or so students. So when you look at my room, you can kind of like understand the vibe and who I'm teaching. I'm teaching, you know, all different grade levels, and so I need to accommodate for all those different grade levels. And I've worked really hard in decorating my classroom and making it a safe and fun learning environment, just some place where the students can come and they feel welcomed and they feel like they can take risks and they can have fun and they can explore without being worried to fail. Like, that's always something that I really strive for. So when you see my room, hopefully that kind of gets reflected. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the classroom tour. So when you first walk into my art room, this is the view that you would see. I am blessed with a pretty large art room. It's really nice. And then I'm going to start you guys up at the front. This is my favorite part of the art room, the little reading area that I have set up for my students. I have it decorated with a bunch of different rugs. I got this owl rug through my school, but then I also got this like shag fabric rug from Ollie's, and then I got another rug, this round black little one from IKEA. And then the stool that sits on this rug is one of the stools that just came with my student tables, but I painted it a few years back, Eric Carle themed. I want to paint more of these stools eventually, but I basically just painted it and then I protected it with a polyurethane on top, and the students really love it. And then another item that I absolutely love that sits at my reading area is this easel. I got this year and I absolutely love it. It has a nice little shelf inside that I can put things that I use when I demonstrate. And then one side is a dry erase board, and then the other side I like to just hang like a notebook. But I use this constantly to do my art demonstrations at the carpet. And then below this sits a little tub full of our reading buddies. So I only let the students use these on special occasions, basically. They can read with them, they can draw with them, but I do keep them tucked away in there just because it's much easier to manage that way. I have my rocker. My parents got this for me from Cracker Barrel. It is a really good one, so if you need a rocker for your reading area, go to Cracker Barrel. And then I also have some pillows that I just got from IKEA as well, just to make it cozy, and the kids like to lay on these when they're reading or when they're at the carpet doing finished early activities. I lined the bottom of my whiteboard with these posters. I actually created these posters and they are on my Etsy shop. I will link them below, but I just printed them off and framed them, and they sit right down there on the student's level, and they just have positive messages on them. On my board, I like to keep books that I have gotten out at the library, either my local library or our school library, and that way I can just keep track of them. And then over on this white shelf, that's another poster that is in my Etsy shop. And then I have my little teacher mailbox. This is just so much easier than having the kids put things on my desk that they make me. And then this white shelf is just filled with all of the books that I've collected over the years that I have for my students. So I have some board books in there, some paperbacks, some other picture books. Basically, they can come here when they finish early and they can sit quietly and read. I just love having this area for them. I have larger books that don't fit in the shelf in this bin. I think I got this bin from Walmart. Possibly. And then this shelf you might recognize if you saw my classroom setup. I actually spray painted this white in the beginning of the year and I absolutely love it. So I keep some of my favorite books on this shelf. I also have my Make Your Mark letterboard. That phrase came from my favorite book, The Dot, which is right there, along with Ish and Sky Color. On top of this container, I just have a little Ray Dunn decoration, and then in this pink container is kind of like my little hub. I have Band-Aids and nurse passes and fire drill things. The top drawer in here are activity packets for students who finish early. And then in the next drawer, I have even more finished early activities. I love these felt games that you can get in the dollar section at Target. If you're a teacher, definitely go pick some up. The kids love them. So I have checkers and I have tic-tac-toe for them to use. And I just put them in these baggies because the ones that they come with, just they don't stay in there very well. And then in this one we have dominoes. They love to build with these. I have a little puzzle, porcupine puzzle, or hedgehog. I'm pretty sure it's a hedgehog. And then I have 2 of these cubes. They love these. They were donated by a parent, and I just figured I'd put it in there. But the kids love playing with those Rubik's Cubes. On the board up front is where I keep my voice level buttons. These are all lights. This has been amazing this year to have the lights light up for what voice level you want the students to be at. You can see that I'm usually at a 1. That's why that light is flickering because I use it so much, but they really do respond to this really well. And then above the board, I have a little quote that I made with my Cricut in the beginning of the year that says, "You are capable of amazing things." The garland is from Michael's. It got it around Christmas time, I believe. And then this rainbow sign is from a friend, but I believe she got it from the dollar section at Target. My art job section I do really love. I just don't use this system anymore in my art room because I have an art star that sits on my desk and they really do all of the jobs. But if you have tables and you want the tables to take turns doing different jobs, this system will work really, really well for you. I lined my accent wall in the front of my room with this rustic wood bulletin board paper. It was definitely a challenge, but it was also really, really worth it. I love the way that it looks. I also have these paper flowers. They're super easy to make, and they're a nice little statement piece in your room. These are just coffee filters that the students used marker and water on, so I keep those for decorations. And then I have this Think Happy Thoughts sign above my mirror. I use my mirror more than you would know because students get paint on them all the time and they want to run to the bathroom to look to see if they have paint on them, and instead they can just come to my mirror. Probably my favorite part of my art room is the fact that I have 4 sinks. So a couple years ago I labeled them kind of with a like thing 1, thing 2 / rainbow fish theme, but labeling the sinks is so helpful in telling the students where I want them to put things and where I want them to line up to wash their hands. Currently, my sink is in the process of melting down crayons and getting the wrappers off the crayons, so it's kind of a mess. And then I have some brushes in the sink just soaking and getting washed, and then I have some brushes that are about to be used, so they're all set out and ready for my students as well. How I have these cabinets displayed is new this year, but I absolutely love it and will be doing it every year from now on. So every cabinet is a different grade level and they're all color coded. I set these up in the beginning of the year. It's just laminated construction paper with a clip attached with hot glue, and I am able to attach every grade's project example or even a student example so that they know what they're doing when they come in the room, and then I can also write on them and erase them since they're laminated too. But I love it because the students can also then check out what their siblings doing or just what their friend in a different grade level is doing, and it kind of helps with that community aspect too. But the kids just get really excited seeing what every artist in the school is completing at that time. Alright, so moving over to my desk area, I have a little student desk there because when the art star gets to sit at my desk, they get to pick a friend to sit with them. So I also have a little art star caddy of different extra supplies, special pens, kind of just trying to make it special for them because they get to sit up at my desk. And they really, really like that. And then I have my little Make Today Lovely sign on my projector. I have this tin. I got it from Walmart, and I just keep my attention getters, my clips, and my dry erase markers there. This Make Your Mark sign I got from Target, and I also got this little unicorn from Target as well. And then I have Pioneer Woman contact paper on my desk that I got from Walmart. Right above my desk is where I have the date and the cycle day. The cycle day just has to do with what special the student is going to have that day. These are just sentence strips that I put magnets on, super easy, and then I have them stored right below. This might be my favorite part of my little desk area. It's my teacher toolbox I made a few years back just by spray painting a toolbox I got from Lowe's, and then I got these labels on, I think, Teachers Pay Teachers. But I love this thing, and I love the color. I have my little Very Done cup there, and I just have some decorations and things to make it kind of cozy and homey. That sign a friend made for me as well, so this is just my little cozy area in my room. Above it I have my name and then a little painting that a kindergartner made me. Next to that is where I have my little tray for my essential oil diffuser. Right now I am diffusing eucalyptus because I am currently sick, and it helps you kind of like breathe a little bit better. This shelf is also where I keep my little microphone. I got this year and I love it. I really need to use it more because it's amazing what it does for engagement. The kids just instantly listen to you. It's like magic. Behind my desk on this counter, I have some more knickknacks and things like that. I have some teacher tools, some extra pencils in this little Ray-Down tray, and just some odds and ends, really. I also keep some of my favorite books back here, the ones that I kind of don't want the kids to get at, the ones that are more personal and special to me, I keep back here. Then I have my speaker. I use this all the time when the kids are working. It just syncs up to my phone. This treasure box, I want to say I got it at Michael's, but I don't even know. It's so old. But I just keep little odds and ends in here for my students, usually the art star, because that student gets to pick from the prize box before they go that day. And I love that it has like even a little lock on it. It's so cute. Next to that is my paper cutter. This is one of the paper cutters that I have, but it's just like the smaller one. So I keep this out behind my desk because it's the one I honestly probably use most. And then I also keep this Energizer book out. It's a responsive classroom Energizer book. This is so good if you have a little extra time that you have to fill. I just open it up, pick an Energizer, and the kids really love it. On my windowsill, I keep all of these silly little like Dollar Tree moving solar panel things. I love these things so much for some reason, and they're just so cheap and easy to get, and the kids really love them, so I've started kind of like this little collection on my windowsill, which is really fun. Also on the counter is where I keep my sketchbook bins for every homeroom that is 2nd through 6th grade, and the kids know they can just grab their sketchbook. That's where they put it back. They're all labeled and there for them. All of my tables are color-coded. That's what those little lanterns are above the table, and I just do rainbow order, and that way I am helping the students remember their rainbow order, especially for the kindergartners. These table bins you might remember from my classroom setup. I put these together and I spray painted them. They are still going strong. I still love them so much. They have everything labeled inside as well, and it's just so nice to have these supplies at the tables. So speaking of supplies, I also have the art supply store. This is mainly extra supplies for students when they finish early, or just where I'll put extra supplies for a lesson. So I have a bunch of stuff back here, like clipboards and dry erase pockets. I have activity sheets and coloring pages for the kids. I have messy mats. I have dice for drawing games, extra erasers and pencils. How to Draw books are a big hit. The kids love these. I try to get some new ones every year. I have all different kinds for all different types of interests. I even have one that is Fortnite, and the kids do fight over that one, so we have to learn to take turns, but it is a really great thing to have in any classroom is How to Draw books. I have some Sharpie markers, and then I take my white scraps instead of throwing them away when I'm cutting paper, and I just make a little design and bookmark section at the supply store, and the kids really love that. I used just scraps of fabric for dry erase board erasers and then the dry erase markers. I have some lined paper and then just extra supplies that the kids really like stencils and colored pencils and that kind of stuff, just plain white paper. And then they really like these fancy scissors, I call them. They're those scrapbooking scissors that have all different designs on them. So that is the supply store, and then below that is drawers that I have labeled for every class. I can't fit every art project in here. I store a lot, honestly, in the hallway, but that is where I keep a lot of their artwork, is in those drawers. And then because of some big class sizes, I actually made my back counter this year another little section to sit, and I made it really cozy. I have that rustic wood-looking bulletin board on there, some tassel garland I got from Target, and just like a little cozy light for my students. I do have one bulletin board inside my room, and I use it for this mosaic project that I do with my students. So if they are in line and they are quiet, each student will get a sticker, and every sticker is assigned a different color and a different letter, and then they have to kind of slowly, as a whole school, put each tile together to make the mosaic, and it's fun because they can guess what it's going to be, and it's also a behavior incentive as well. So the last little part of my room that I want to share with you guys is my little bathroom light section. I did have different lights on here before, and when I took them off, it definitely took part of the wall off, so that's kind of a problem. But if you just ignore that like part of the wall, these lights just flick on and off. They're LED lights, and when a student goes to the bathroom, they flick it on, and when they come back, they flick it off, and it has been really, really successful this year in keeping track of how many students are out of the bathroom and just managing that. Alright everybody, so that is my classroom tour. I hope you enjoyed me bringing you guys into my classroom and sharing all about it. If you have any questions about anything that you saw in the video, don't hesitate to comment below and just ask me. Also, don't forget to like this video before you go, subscribe if you are new, and you can find me on Instagram at Michele R. Rose. So definitely head over there and check me out on Instagram. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!